guys, Logan here with another video, and today I have something really cool to show you. This is the entire Gemmy window Leechers set. These were made from, I believe, 2007 to 2008, and all but one of these were pretty much like sold everywhere, it seems like, at least according to the wiki. The only one, or actually no, sorry, all but one of these was, or I'm so terrible with my words. So one of these was wholesale, basically, it looks like. And that was this one, this Donna that was sold through Oriental Trading. All of the others were sold at like Target and I think some other retailers. I don't really remember where all they were sold. So basically what these were, they were spooky faces that you could suction cup onto your window. And it looks like you could either have either like behind your window, so like inside, or you could have it just on the outside facing like just outwards. So like the suction cup would be like low profile. At least that's kind of what it looks like on the box. I don't know. None of mine have the suction cups. I got these all secondhand off of Mercari from Robbie Beard for like $60, $70, which is a really good deal, considering the fact that I was looking at, I want to say, I think it was these two in box for around the same price. But instead I got all of these, which I think is a pretty good deal, all things considered. So I'm going to kind of go down the line and just talk about each individual one. So this is the cartoon skull. This was seen on the Splitting Grave originally. That's where this came from. And it's a really cool sculpt. It does have that very kind of classic Gemmy aesthetic to it. I like this one. I think it's really fun. It's really goofy. It's not like overly scary or edgy. So it is like kind of kid friendly. And again, it definitely has that old school Gemmy look. And then you have the more realistic skull. This one was used, what was it? The Grave Breaker, I think was what they called them. Along with this Donna, I think it was this one. I call this one the Donna face and this one the Donna head. Because this one's just basically her face and that one's kind of like her neck. So, another reused sculpt. This one's really cool because I like kind of the difference between these two. Same year, but it kind of shows just how different Gemmy is with their like approach to style. And then you have the Donna face. This one was sold at like QVC and Oriental Trading. I have no idea what the fuck QVC is. I just saw that on the wiki. So this one is literally just her face. And this one looks more like, kind of more like the life size. It's a lot less stylized than kind of the smaller Donna heads are. And it's really weird because the Groundbreaker does not look nearly as nice as this one does. Actually, no, I think I'm wrong. I think it's this one that's from the Groundbreaker. Never mind. I think it was crazy. But this one looks really nice. I think I like this one the most out of the two Donnas. And then this is like the Ghostly Gentleman head. We've seen this face a lot. Ghostly Gentleman, Quivering Doorman, another Groundbreaker. There was a Standing Ghoul with like a purple robe. The Face Out Ghosts. There was a Face Out Crystal Ball. Gemmy seems to really like this face, and I like it too. This is actually one of my favorite Gemmy sculpts that they've ever done. It has that like perfect mix of realism and cartoony, and it's really kind of creepy. I think it's just how unnaturally wide the mouth is. I really like this one. And then we have the cartoon zombie. Now this one seems to have had like a battle with a soldering iron or something. The face is all just melted. It's really weird. I don't think we've seen this face in anything previously. I could be wrong. To me, it looks unique. I don't recognize it off of anything else. But this one's really cool. And then we have, I think it's called like the Screaming Ghost. I call it the knockoff ghost face. And of course, this one's my favorite because I am a big Scream fan. And I think this was made back when like Scream was still kind of popular. Or I think one of the movies came out or was coming out during this era. Could be wrong, but this is kind of what I think. So, very similar, just more stylized eyes. And actually, these two I had to do a little work on. I had to just re-glue their hoodies. And this is the Donna head. So again, it has a neck. This one was used on the Groundbreaker. And even this one looks pretty good. I just wonder if the Groundbreaker just wasn't painted that well. Because it's night and day between the two. This one looks so much better. It is really interesting how the hair is different between the two. So this one's definitely kind of cheaper and more frizzy. And then this one's like a nice, like kind of synthetic wig. This one was a bitch. Because they're both kind of matted and tangled. Obviously, they're older used. So I had to brush them with like a tangle teaser. And this one fought me. It was tangled, it was matted, it was kind of gross. Did not want to work with me. So what's really cool about these is they have like a quick pulsating light. It's like what this one's doing. And then it slowly slows down. Gets slower. And then it does like a fade in and out. That's what's really cool about these. So I'll actually turn off my shop light here so you can really see them. And it is really remarkable that these all work, considering how old they are. And I find it really weird how the Donna is actually darker than all of the other ones. And then the skull is the dimmest as well. I don't know if that's just because of how the skull is painted, because the skull is more like detailed. And then this Donna has like an orange light in it, which is really weird. And you can tell, like compared to all the others. Now granted, this skull looks a little weird, but this skull has a kind of a bluish face. But the color's the same, like the light's the same. But Donna, for whatever reason, is kind of orangish, which I thought was really interesting. I don't know when the QVC Donna was sold. I tried looking on the wiki. It didn't have a date for this one, so I don't know if it's older or newer. All these others seems to be like from 07 to 08. I think it's kind of funny though that there's two different Donnas, which doesn't fully surprise me, given the fact that this was during the time where Gemmy was marketing the absolute hell out of Dawn of the Dead. I mean, they had the Dawn of the Head, like they had the dropping Dawn of the Head, the spider, the Groundbreaker, the crawler. They had like a bunch of stuff of Dawn of the Dead. But it is really interesting just how different they are. Completely different sculpt. They, like, really back then, they didn't mess around. Nowadays, I feel like they just give it a different paint job and call it that. There is another alternate line to the Window Leechers that came out back in 2014 called, Window Watchers and then the Window Wraith. So Window Watchers were in Menards, and it consisted of the stitched up mouth Donna, is what people kind of call her, and then a skull with like sharp teeth. It was really kind of cool looking. And they were basically like these with hoods, and they would sway side to side, and they would speak. And then the Window Wraith was sold in Canadian Tire, and it had a gas mask, and it had kind of a hanger type build. If you think it's like the Dollar General, those small little what's that material called? Like inflatable fabric hangers. You know, if you guys know what I'm talking about. It's built kind of like that. They have the same movement. I think it's a little smaller. It looks smaller than these. But that also is a thing. And I would love to get those 3 as well, to kind of compare them to the classic window Leechers and to have that full series. But those also exist as well, but they're separate, so they don't really count. And I mean, those are like 2014, they're Menards, so chances of me finding all 3 of those. Oh, and the Canadian one too. Yeah, Canadian shit's hard to find in general. But those also exist, and those are really cool as well. Personally, though, I like these. I'm going to use them in a really cool way in my haunt, where they're going to be peeking out of like a black hallway, kind of out of the walls. I think that'd be kind of a cool way to do lighting and to just have a bunch of creepy faces peering at you. I think my personal favorites out of all these is the Donna face, the QVC one, this kind of phantom looking dude, because I love this sculpt. It's so classic Gemmy. And then this weird guy, because it reminds me of Ghostface, and I'm a huge Ghostface fan. But yeah, so thank you to Robbie for selling me these for like a really freaking good price too. I'm really surprised they all work. Usually, you know, when things get older, they don't tend to work, but no, they all work really well, which I'm kind of shocked about. And everything is in fairly good condition. I might get another one of these that's not kind of melted. I don't really know what happened with this guy. I mean, I knew he was melted getting him, but I guess that one's harder to find. That green ghoul, or I guess he's blue. The zombie, I guess it's harder to find than the rest, from what I've heard. I guess I'm kind of lucky to have one. But yeah, so leave a comment down below what you guys think of these. I like them. I think they're really cool. Definitely simplistic Halloween. I like stuff like this. I do remember seeing some of these when I was a kid, so it is like kind of nostalgic for me. I remember mainly this guy when I was a kid. That's probably the only one I remember seeing. I don't really remember any of these guys, but I mean that's from like years ago. I'm an old man now. I have a terrible memory. I'm like geriatric now. But yeah, these are cool. I'm hoping to get the animated ones too, because I think those are also really neat. And it'd be cool to kind of mix them in with these guys as well, kind of peeking out of the wall. So some move, some don't. Be kind of a fun startle effect. But yeah, that's really all from me, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.